sun's burning fog off the Tennessee. The Vol Navy's making waves and it's orange they bleed. Vol Nation's tailgating and they're raring to go. Yeah, when Neyland gets to rocking, it's a hell of a show. And man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back, it's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud, send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back. Big orange is back. Got Rocky Top rocking all across the land, and we sing it with the pride of the Southland Band.
Boom. What's up?
We're live, baby.
Oh, we're
live,
live.
and in living in full color, high definition.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of the Vols Deep podcast. Have a good show for you. We just randomly decided to go live last minute, so here we are.
Corbin, look, I know I got my favorite water right here, so I hope nobody's offended by my favorite water, the best water out there, the Shawnee water.
Definitely not the best.
It is.
Shawnee water.
We're on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitter Live. How you doing, Corbin?
I'm doing fantastic. Just got back from Pigeon Forge from the weekend.
Splash
He
Country.
probably was drinking, like always. What's new?
I had a few, not too many, honestly.
Yeah, just because you had a few drinks or a few bar tabs. Which one did you have?
I had a few tabs, a few
Yeah.
drinks.
Okay, well, I believe that.
Had a good time.
All right. Tennessee football's close. High school football's close. We'll be here before we know it. Got a good show lined up for you today. We're going to go over some SEC Media Day comments. It wasn't fiery as I thought it would be, but still some good things to talk about. Huge recruiting weekend for Josh Heupel's Tennessee Volunteers. Do y'all ever get sick of every week? It seems like we're on here bragging about Josh Heupel.
Yeah, well, it's better than us not bragging and us not getting recruits. So I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm definitely not sick of it.
Look, any good news is good news. I think that's the saying. I think it is.
Yeah, we'll dive a little bit more into this later. Some all-SEC honors for a few Tennessee football players. We'll tell you all about that. We're going to predict the SEC East and the West. Where do we think each team will finish in their division? We have some Admiral Schofield basketball news. We have our jersey countdown. Start bench cut. The duel. How many days has it been, Corbin?
70 dang days. We can't cuss on Facebook, so
We got to behave. No bad words.
We're PC tonight.
I'll try to be good.
70 days.
70 days of baloney. 70 days of rigged. 70 days of just... That's all this is. That's all it is. This is predetermined. That's all it is.
I'm the greatest of all time. Nobody can touch me on this show.
Yeah, well, there we go, buddy. There, calm down, pal.
I wonder if Spurs listening. So we'll see how long Corbin can hold on to that belt. Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other is coming your way too. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors. Thank you to Fairview Union for the great music they let us use for this show. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Vol Daddy. I want to give a big shout out to the Fairview Union. Great musicians, local people. Chad's from my hometown. They were gracious enough to let us use their music for our podcast. Make sure you check them out. They're huge Tennessee fans. You won't be disappointed. Let's hear them play.
Man, you won't believe that roar when the boys find the checkerboard. The big orange is back. It's a fact. Volunteers, where you at? Get loud, staying proud. Send a message to the crowd. Y'all better get used to the fact the big orange is back on track. Coach Heupel, where you at? Getting it done, having fun. Power team number one. Y'all better get used to the fact the big
Since July of 2021, our student athletes have capitalized on so many NIL opportunities that have been presented to them. Those opportunities exist because of the power of Vol Nation. When you combine the most passionate fan base in the country with the city of Knoxville and our great state, you create the nation's #1 NIL destination for student athletes. There's no better place for our players to build their brands than right here at Tennessee. I encourage all of you to support and donate to Spire Sports and Our Lady Vol Booster Collective. These collectives are here to serve our student athletes the right way in our community. To get involved, please scan this QR code now. It's been an incredible fall for our program, and we are just scratching the surface of what we can accomplish. Let's all do our part to ensure that Tennessee continues to lead the way in name, image, and likeness. Go Big Orange.
All right, and we're back. Next, we've got the weekend recap.
He don't even remember the weekend. What are you talking about? what recap we gonna do? He can't even remember it.
He's already starting on you, Corbin.
I know it.
Basically, recent news that deserves to be talked about. Let's start with recruiting, the most important subject to talk about right now. Tennessee lands 2 massive commitments last week. Let's start with our 5-star commitment, Mike Matthews. Huge recruit. Tennessee's highest wide receiver recruit of all time. ESPN #1 wide receiver in the country. Rivals #1 wide receiver in the country. ESPN top 5 player in the nation. Rivals has him as the #7 player overall in the nation. We went into Georgia's backyard and we stole Mike Matthews.
It's great steal, honestly.
Must have not been a good guard dog if we had to go in the backyard and steal it. Like,
Hey, he's a two-way athlete, actually.
The Bulldogs definitely ain't good guard dogs.
no.
But he can also play defense. Great safety. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I'm sure he'll play wide receiver, but there's
It's
that
very
option.
hard. Not many players. Who was the last player for Tennessee to play both sides of the ball? Like, I'm not just meaning for like a game where I mean like consistently.
You have to go way back, probably.
Yeah, probably way back, way on back.
I thought two sport. My favorite was Condridge, but we can get into that a little bit later too.
I saw some highlights of him. He looks phenomenal. If he's a two-way, they said he could. If he was in it playing safety, like he could be an All-SEC, like guaranteed, is what everybody's saying online.
He chose Tennessee over literally everyone in the country. His top 4 was obviously Tennessee, Georgia. Clemson loses again to Tennessee, and then USC, the real USC, not South Carolina.
Nope.
This dude and Nico. So we got the #1 quarterback in the country, the #1 wide receiver in the country, with Josh Heupel's offense. Watch out.
Yeah, future's bright for Tennessee, but we gotta keep the momentum rolling. We can't be consistent. We can't just be happy with what we're at. We can't be happy. In all honesty, as a Tennessee fan, for what we have been through, can never be happy. 1 national championship ain't gonna do it. 2 national championships ain't gonna do it. 3 national championships ain't gonna do it. We got to be consistently dominant.
Dominant indeed.
I would take any kind of championship right now, though. The next recruit that Tennessee had was a 4-star linebacker, Edwin Spillman. I get super excited about defensive players, probably more than offensive players. Recruiting sites always change. They're always trying to be different. But he's a top linebacker in the country, one of the best players out of the state of Tennessee. Tennessee needs elite defensive talent.
Yeah, defense is, especially like this year, is going to have to be key, I think, more than in the past.
Tim, we're going to try to hit all the comments. We've got a lot to talk about, but Tim Stewart said, listen to Spanky say we, and he's a Florida fan.
Oh, you want to get on that? How about if you want to say you're a real Tennessee fan, won't you be like me and, actually convert over and actually join the volunteer club? Won't you put your
Tim,
money where your mouth is and, help the university out? You know what? Look,
I actually signed Tim up for the
you did?
I did.
Well, good. What kind of levels he at?
I can't remember.
What kind of levels he at?
I can't remember. Tanya Mickey Tucker says, Spanky, you are a Gators fan.
You
You're
know
go-
what?
you're gonna-
I'm going to get it all night long.
You're gonna get it
and
all night
people
long.
can do what they want because look, they're jealous. That's all people are. They're jealous. People want to sit at home and want to be where I'm at. Well, guess what? Sorry, y'all are not.
They're jealous of your wrestling.
Everybody's jealous of me.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
That's all it is. Anyway, Edwin Spillman's top 4 was Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, Florida State. I said it last week. These NCAA violations help Tennessee because other teams, other schools can't hold it over Tennessee's head that we're not going to be able to play for championships. We're not going to be able to go to bowl games. So
Yeah, and then that's a big thing that's hurting us for a while, and it was always over in my head too.
I think we're going to flip some recruits later on, just because of this. All right. This puts Tennessee football currently at number 7 according to On3, number 8 in recruiting according to 247 Sports. Rivals has the Vols at number 8 as well. Georgia, Ohio State, Florida, which is crazy to me that Sunbelt Billy is recruiting well. But
Wait, Florida's that high?
yeah, and then we've got Bama, Michigan, Clemson, Penn State, USC, Notre Dame. That's kind of the top 10 right now. I mean, obviously this changes all the time, but Tennessee finished top 10 last year in recruiting. It's looking really good this year too. Top 5 would be great, but as long as we continue to address our needs, I really don't care about grading from a bunch of websites. You know, as long as we're getting what we need. But I'm happy this staff can produce, you know, literally anyone. We've seen that. We've seen him take Jeremy Pruitt's players and you know and turn them into something special.
Making chicken salad out of chicken, yeah. Gotta be good on live, I guess. You gotta be good.
Austin says Corbin loves Notre Dame.
No,
Oh, God.
can't stand
My
Notre
Lord.
Dame.
I want to add this too. Josh Heupel, he's locked down the Tennessee borders, and I love this so much. I remember kind of Fulmer's years. I would always get the Football Time magazines and go through the roster and look at where each player was from, and it was always, you know, California or, you know, wherever.
I wish they still made good magazines like that.
I just like seeing, I don't know, I like seeing Tennessee players play here. We got 4-star cornerback Caleb Beasley, 4-star athlete Boo Carter, 4-star linebacker Edwin Spillman, 4-star defensive back Marcus Gore, 3-star defensive lineman Carson Gentle, 3-star offensive tackle Jesse Perry. I just love seeing that the home state players staying here.
That's how it should be. Like if you go way back in the day with recruiting, you didn't really see a whole lot of schools like, you know, picking from each state. Like usually where you grew up, that was the school you went to and everything. Then it's kind of went to the wayside a little bit, but hopefully we can get back.
For so many years, we didn't even recruit here inside Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that. I love seeing the Tennessee. I think it means more, personally, if you're playing for your home state. I mean, personally, but other recruits to watch out for going forward is going to be Kai Bates. He announces Wednesday, and then 4-star wide receiver Amari Jefferson. Bates is from Orlando, Florida, 6'2", 180. Like I said, 4-star. He's a top 20 cornerback in the country, according to 247. Number 9 cornerback in the country. So LSU's looking like the favorite there. Florida State, Alabama in the mix. But Tennessee is in the top 4, and they've been trying hard. We'll see. We'll see what happens with him. Amari Jefferson committing August 5th. 4-star from Chattanooga, so that would be another great in-state get-to-get. On 3, he's a top 20 wide receiver in the country. But what's weird about this is they've got Georgia leading, and they've got Bama and Kentucky in the mix, but he's already committed to Tony Vitello to play baseball.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He committed about, 2021 to play baseball?
Yeah, so, and it's still on like his bios and stuff that he's a Tennessee baseball commit, so it's weird that they say Georgia leads, but
he's a Tennessee baseball
commit. So
I don't think you can do
Yeah, so I'm anxious to see what happens there.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, so it would be awesome to land him, top 20 wide receiver in the country. Let's talk about some SEC Media Day comments. The ones that really stood out.
Lane Kiffin's hair.
Lane Kiffin's hair, yeah. Josh Heupel was asked about Texas coming to the SEC. He was asked about Texas calling themselves UT as well. Josh Heupel gave the best answer possible. And I quote, "There's only one real UT and only one right shade of orange."
It's in Heupel's blood. Like, he was born to hate the University of Texas.
Yeah.
As we know, he's a Sooner. So he was born to hate the University of Texas. So, like, this really shouldn't come to any shock here. And look here, I know some people want to be like, well, Texas was first. I don't care. Without the state of Tennessee, Texas would be gone. They'd have gotten taken over in whatever war they were in back then that we had to go help them. I'm not good with history, so I don't even remember. But all I know is we had to volunteer ourselves, our bodies, our minds, and everything to go help them out.
The Alamo.
So guess what? Horns down.
Horns down. Yeah, he's not lying. Tennessee was a university before Texas was even a state. If it wasn't for Tennessee, Texas would belong to Mexico. But Texas, they're not even allowed to wear their UT logo past Mississippi lines. So I don't know what they're going to do.
What are they doing? Like, are they?
They've got.
Is there
like
cops at the border?
well,
Like, how do
it's by law. There was a lawsuit and stuff that went on about the UT stuff.
Well, okay.
All I know is Texas got a rude awakening coming up. I mean, they're going to join the SEC. They have a tough time playing in the Big 12 as it is, and that's bad enough. But they played Alabama last year, and they caused that big controversy. Like, if Alabama players put the horns down, that's an automatic flag. Like, you're joining the SEC, and you're going to say that, oh, if a player from the SEC puts the horns down, that's a flag.
I don't think
like,
I worry about that. The SEC. I don't
I
think.
think they already have said that it's going to be like it's going to depend on how it was used.
How is it?
I don't know. It's
Like, I get it if
it's
you-
like the Gator chomp. I mean, whatever.
It's honestly like, I get it if, like, you score and you just go up to someone and do that in their face. I get that, but you gotta let kids be kids.
They're going to be like, they may come in and may be good. They will get better recruits now because they're going to get way more money.
Yeah.
And, of course, they got that oil money down in Texas. But at the end of the day, do they come in and do something, or they just be like what Texas A&M and Missouri is now in the SEC? Well, A&M come in firing hot, and all of a sudden they just mellowed out, and Missouri pretty much always been in the same position.
We gotta watch out for. Look, all I hope is, with the whole schedule and alignment, I hope Texas has to come to UT within the next 3 to 4 years, so Arch Manning can come and play at the house that his uncle built.
I do want to.
Well,
see
one
that.
of the founders. There's other people helped build.
I do love to see Josh Heupel's edgy side, though. I like whenever he throws a little jab like that. Speaking of jabs, Eli Drinkwitz, most of you probably don't even know who this guy is, but he coaches at Missouri. Last year he threw, I would say, a haymaker probably at Tennessee. He opened up and said, "I thought you were going to introduce my record, but the latest allegations against Tennessee, let's hold up on what my record really is, because I expect them to vacate some wins, and that's going to help my record a little bit."
Just because they vacate the wins don't mean you win the game, dummy.
I mean, that's the ultimate sign of a loser right there. But
Don't mean you win the game. It just means there's just no winner of it.
He continued and said, "I've got to question my wife's commitment to winning," in reference to Jeremy Pruitt's wife giving money and benefits to recruits. "I don't know how much she's committed if she's not engaging in some of these things. I didn't know that was fair play. It was a little bit surprising to see in the depth of nature of what was going on there." This year, he kept it pretty simple, but he did just say, "I told you so."
He's a fool.
He is a fool. If we wasn't Facebook Live, we would be on him pretty hardcore.
It's like, dude, just be quiet. You're gonna be looking for a job. You'll be an OC or DC, whatever you coach this time next year. So just be quiet.
Have fun finishing the back of the SEC, pal. That's all I can say.
Yeah. he's a clown. I mean, number one, like, you're bad if Jeremy Pruitt beats you, but I mean, Jeremy Pruitt beat him 35-12. So, and then number two, Josh Heupel in year one beat you 62-24.
Yeah.
Last year he beat you 66-24. You would think he would shut up by now.
Why is he coming to us? So
that's what I'm trying to.
It makes no sense.
What have we done to him besides score 60 plus points every time we played him? But I don't know. It's going to be.
Well, I guess he had to have something to make Missouri have something to talk about for the day. So he come at Tennessee football.
It's going to be another miserable loss for him this year. I know that. After these comments, it kind of makes me want to make the Missouri trip.
Speaking of comments, some guy says he likes our podcast, and I will always listen to it when me and my friend Carl and I play leapfrog wearing swimming goggles and tube socks.
That's what I'm talking about, Mike.
Nice.
Whatever you want to do in your time, buddy, that's up to you. Just don't tell us or video it or.
That's what I'm talking about. Joe Bird, he said something a minute ago. He said Jeremy Banks got let go by the Bucks. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I haven't seen that yet, but I have to look into that. More comments. Brian Kelly, LSU head coach, had some positive words for Tennessee. He said the most concerning thing about last year was that the LSU fans and how they let Tennessee take that place over. He's concerned about all the fans leaving at halftime last year during the Tennessee-LSU football game. Kelly then went on to say that the stadium was still loud during the second half thanks to all the Tennessee fans. So
I mean, I know I talk a lot of crap about him, but
yeah, pure respect, BK. I'm just kidding. I still don't like you, but he's telling the truth though. I mean,
that guy says he wants to smell me after I jog.
He's gonna have your attention on the podcast, Spanky.
God, God help.
We took that place over. I mean, I made the 10-hour haul to LSU. LSU couldn't believe how well we traveled, and Florida,
did you have your tattoo
next.
then?
no.
No, you didn't have it then. I'm telling you, you could have walked down Bourbon Street, like just strutting that thing.
I did post some cool pictures of some of the characters that we've seen on Bourbon Street. But we're going to take over the swamp, I think, even more than we did LSU last year. But he's fitting right in the South with the Cajun accent and all, don't you think?
My family. When it get that little meme, my family.
Mike Marcello has got a crush on my boy Spanky. He's liking you, Spank.
Yeah. No, thank you, pal. You want to join the line?
You are a single man now.
I'm single and I want to mingle. Well, and look, I ain't a hard man to find, honey. But look, you got join the line, I guess. But no, you can just go on.
Come to his wrestling event, and you can.
You can. Hey, Corbin, give me that poster over there. We'll give me that poster.
Here we go.
I got to advertise it. Go on.
It's promo time.
Go on. Thank you. Finally doing something. Okay, everybody. As you know, August the 11th at Cofield School, Joe Kazana Promotions presents Heartbeat. You got the one and only. You got the famous Stew Crew right there, Cofield's own. Then you got, who else we got here? We got, Gustavo. Everybody loves Gustavo. We got everybody's favorite artist there. We got the women. We got the TVA. We want to talk about them. We got the Heat Series. I want to talk about them. We got Johnny Pope right there. And then we got yours truly right here. We got the Spank. Everyone's favorite son. Everyone. Women's pet. The men's are great. The best thing going in this business today, and by far the most handsomest looking man ever. We're going to keep that there. We're going to promote it again here in a minute. And look, we're actually a sponsor, everybody. Look. Vols Deep right there. Pre-order your tickets right now today. You can message me at Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat. Pre-order your tickets today. If we can, I'll go ahead and make this announcement. If we can sell out of ringside seats, I have been told the Walk will be the master of ceremonies and will kick off the show. But we got to sell out of ringside seats, people. You heard it here first.
All right. Preseason All SEC players have been released. We have wide receiver Brew McCoy, quarterback Joe Milton, offensive lineman Javonte Spraggins, and offensive lineman Cooper Mays. All been named preseason All SEC. What are your thoughts here? Any surprises?
No, ain't ain't really surprised here. I thought maybe we could have got a couple more people, but you get what you get. Don't put your fit.
Score White could have been on there.
Yeah, I like it overall. I mean, this don't really matter that much, but I'm kind of surprised not to see any defensive players on here. I think Aaron Beasley deserved it. I think Amari Thomas deserves it, but let it, if that's what it is, then let it fuel them, let it motivate them, and let's get going. Vol for Life, one of my favorite basketball players of all time. He's re-signed with Orlando Magic. Love Admiral, man.
Yeah, I think he can do something in Orlando just because they're a down team, honestly. That's probably the best position for him right now in the NBA. What was he before? Was it Memphis, wasn't it?
I think it was with Memphis.
Memphis, and
Don't hold us to it, people. Calm down.
I know he's been with the Magic for. I thought he's been with Magic the whole time, but I could be wrong.
I don't watch many Orlando Magic games, so
37 games with the Magic last season. Averaged 4.2 points per game, 12 minutes per game. So best of luck to my dude Admiral, and keep grinding and make your money. I'm gonna hit just a couple random comments here, and then we'll go to the next commercial.
I don't know if you want to read some of these.
Yeah, Mike is.
we got to keep it PG. We're on
This guy's
Facebook.
getting a little weird.
It's crazy, I know.
Matthew Dagley says Brian Kelly is a great coach, but ain't gonna hack it in the SEC.
I agree.
I agree.
I
with
agree.
it. I don't think you will.
He also says Cooper and Spraggins are going to be beasts. I do agree that. Hey, Bob, what's up, man? Thank you. Bob says let's sell out Cofield.
That's right. That's the plan. That's the plan. 1,000 people. Let's see how many people we can get up in there.
Let's do it. All right. That was our weekend recap. We'll be right back with our first main talking point of the day, presented by Big Orange Concrete Pumping. Big Orange Concrete Pumping. They can accommodate any residential or commercial concrete project that you may have in mind. They have one of the biggest line pumps in the state. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they're waiting on your phone call today. Their number is 865-371-3367. Whether you're pumping noise and kneeling or pumping concrete, make sure you roll with the Big Orange. That's Big Orange Concrete Pumping, 865-371-3367. All right, and we're back. We got our first main talking point of the day, presented by Taylor Jones with Big Orange Concrete Pumping. We're gonna break
my thing. Be original.
We're gonna break down some finishes. Let's start with SEC West. Then we'll go to the East. Last to first. Where do you think each team will finish at the end of the season, and why? Let's get it. Starting with you, Spank.
Okay, so I just want everybody to know out there. Don't go back and look at the recent episode of how we gave our record prediction. I don't even remember what to put. So this is what I thought of today. This is how I felt of today. July 2020. What's the date?
24th.
The 24th. That's how I felt today. Dead last, I got Texas A&M, and I see them big old pocket Cowboys down there rustling up some money and getting old Jimbo out of there. I got them last place.
Wow.
I got Mississippi State. They got a new head coach. Will Rogers is a quarterback still. I ain't got no confidence in Mississippi State doing too much this year.
I've got Mississippi State as well. I like Will Rogers. He doesn't get enough credit, in my opinion, but they're going to miss Mike Leach way too much. And I wish him the best, and I wish him way better than this outcome. But I'm gonna go with the Mississippi State Bulldogs at number 7.
Number 6, I got the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As you said, new year, new coach. Got to figure some things out. It's going to be hard. Mike Leach's shoes, there's going to be some big shoes to fill. And I think the players will be motivated, but when it comes down to it, they lost a bunch. They still got Will Rogers, but we'll just have to see how they bounce back.
I got Texas A&M. I said a few weeks ago, I feel like this is Jimbo's last year at Texas A&M. It may be next year, maybe his last year. It's going to be a big buyout, but he's not going to.
They got money.
They got the money, and I just don't feel like Jimbo's the man with the plan there at the moment.
So you got Texas A&M at 6, right? Okay. I'm gonna go Ole Miss at number 6, and I know a lot of people's probably thinking I'm crazy. Kiffin struggles to finish. He starts off every year pretty good, but struggles to finish. He's not happy there. He's constantly crying about the fan base, the atmosphere, how no one in Mississippi will give him any NIL money. Hot take, I think Lane Kiffin could leave Ole Miss this season.
I don't think it's a hot take, brother. I think it could be a true one.
I think that's I definitely see it happening.
Here's my prediction. And people on Facebook, you want to comment, whatever, I don't care. I think old Billy Napier gets let go at Florida, and I can see old Lane going down to Gainesville. That's my prediction.
I hope not.
That's my prediction.
I hope not too.
Because
I actually like Lane Kiffin.
To me, Lane Kiffin, he's not going to go somewhere. And I get it, Gainesville's, not the premier destination in the state of Florida.
It's better than anything in Mississippi, though.
Yeah. And the thing is he's got the state of Florida. He's got a school, the only school in Florida in the SEC. He actually grew up a fan of Florida, grew up a fan of Spurrier. I think that connection's there.
I hope not. All right, who do you have at number 5, Spanky?
Number 5, I got another new coach. Hugh Freeze down at Auburn. I got Auburn at number 5. I think he'll shock some people. I'll go ahead and say it. He'll be in some tight ball games. Like that Iron Bowl, you might want to watch out for that one. I think that one's going to come down the wire just because the hype around it. Where's it going to be at this year? Y'all remember?
Alabama and Auburn?
Yeah, is it going to be out?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Well, wherever it's going to be. It's going to be it's the Iron Bowl, so ain't no really need to give motivational speech for that game. All you have to say Iron Bowl, and there you go. But I think Hugh Freeze will have that team rocking and rolling.
I agree with Spanky on this one. I think I will say this. Either Hugh Freeze is going to have a mediocre year or he's going to have a bigger year than a lot of people thinks, honestly.
So you've got Auburn at 5 too?
Yeah.
Okay. And go ahead.
Like you said with the Auburn-Alabama game, like always, it's going to be Auburn can be 3-8 on the season and be playing Alabama and go in that game and beat Alabama, who's undefeated. I mean, it
don't matter.
That just happens. So that's a rivalry right there.
I've got Auburn at 5 too. We actually agree. I'm not a huge Hugh Freeze fan, but he's good, man, and he wins everywhere that he goes. I think he overperforms. Like you all said, I think he upsets some teams, and I think he has a really good first year.
I think after this year, Auburn is going to be something to tangle with in the SEC West. I
mean, they kind of got it going a little bit towards the end last year with Cadillac Williams, whenever he kind of came in as the intern head coach. So
they had a good transfer
portal
this year too.
He kept Cadillac, didn't? Yeah, he did.
They kept Cadillac. Yep, sure did. Okay, number 4. Who you got?
I got Pig Suey. I got Sam Pittman, Arkansas Razorbacks. This is Sam Pittman. He's got to do something this year. He can't settle for 7-6 in a bowl game again. This is KJ Jefferson's last year. This is year 4, I believe, 3 or 4. He came in 20, so 20, 21, 22, 23. This is year 4 for him. It's all his guys now. He's got to show them why. He's got to prove the doubters wrong. I was one of them doubters that I was like, who's this Sam Pittman guy? But I think he's going to get this team on the right track. I think they're going to finish fourth in the West.
I got Arkansas. I debated on putting them 3rd or 4th, honestly. I'm a believer in KJ Jefferson. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. I think Arkansas is going to have a pretty solid offense in general.
I'm going to go Texas A&M at number 4. I think with the talent Jimbo has, I mean, with the talent, they should finish way better than 4. But I think he has a decent year because of Bobby Petrino, another great person that coaches.
Oh, yeah,
football.
just a lovely pair in there.
But if Jimbo actually lets him help, lets him call the plays, have full control of the offense, I think they improve quite a bit in 2023.
Well, I think we need a sideline camera of that. Remember how they used to always have them Lane Kiffin, Nick Saban shots on it? I think we might want to see. Yeah.
All right, number 3.
I got Hotty Toddy Goshamati, Ole Miss Rebels. Number 3, I do think I can't. You know what? I can see Lane doing this. They'll have a good year. They'll have a winning record, and something comes open, and he's out. Like, I don't think it's going to be one of them, oh, God, maybe he's on the hot seat. No, I think he's just going to dip on them because he's had enough of them. He's tired of them.
I got Ole Miss, too. Last year, Ole Miss started 7-0 in the season, and then they finished 1-5. They got to do way better this year. I think I'm a believer in Lane Kiffin. I like Lane Kiffin. I ain't going to lie about that. I believe Lane Kiffin can take Ole Miss to good places in the SEC West. And Thade's about as good as he's going to get them. But after this year, I see Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as the Lane Kiffin thing, we're all kind of the same
Hey,
mindset.
look, this might be a hot take for you Tennessee people. I want Heupel to stay here forever. I do. One, because I love him, and 2, because my buddy here got a tattoo of him on his leg. But let's just say if there was ever an opening at Tennessee, I know who I'd pick. So I'm going to say I know who I'd pick.
This is a whole another can of worms, but I don't disagree with you. Number 3.
Look, you got to get over it, people.
Number 3, I've got Arkansas. I think KJ Jefferson is great. Rocket Sanders is great. I would put them higher if they actually had a defense. I would love to see Arkansas win the West. I'd be so happy for Arkansas fans and Sam Pittman. Let's see. Number 2. What's up, Tommy? Thanks, man.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee is the man. Give me the stars. Give me the stars.
Hey.
Yeah, we got to have them stars now, pal.
Me and Tommy, we'll be live tomorrow in Morgan County Day, 8 o'clock on Facebook. We're going to be giving away some Kentucky Splash tickets.
Oh, boy.
Family 4-pack. We're talking a little NASCAR racing from this past weekend.
God.
I might try to get them Kentucky Splash tickets.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you mean, oh my gosh? That's have you seen the price on them thing?
NASCAR.
Oh, NASCAR.
Just because you have to wear a T-shirt when you go to Kentucky Splash don't mean nothing.
Oh, really? Really? I don't have to wear a T-shirt. I do it so all the women can keep their husbands. That's why I do it. You're looking at peak male performance here, Corbin.
He's looking out for everybody.
Yeah, I'm trying to help people here. Come on now. Heck fires, son. If your brain was chocolate, would fill an M&M.
Have you already said your 2?
No, I'm not. But I will. I might as well. I got.
Will you take your shirt off for us now?
No, it ain't time to do that right now. You got to pay for that. You want to see me take off my shirt? You got to come. August the 11th, Cofield High School. We got Heartbeat right here. Joe Cassandra Promotions. Get your tickets now. But my number 2 is going to be the LSU Tigers.
LSU at 2. Who do you got at 2?
I got LSU too.
I do too. They're going to be very good. I think they'll slip up a time or two, kind of like last year, just my opinion. But they are loaded. Their defense is stacked. Great wide receivers. Their quarterback is good. Got the Tigers at number 2. So we've all got the same number 1 in the West.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
All right. So
Pretty simple.
Same as always.
Y'all have any comments? We've all got Alabama winning the West.
Yeah. But here, I will say this. I do think the game to watch that week is going to be Alabama-LSU.
I've already had to hear from people this year and this goes for Georgia and Alabama both, talking about, oh, they've lost so many players. How they're going to be a downfall this year? And I know I've said that on here before, but it's not going to be like Alabama's not going to like fall off the face of the earth because they lose a few players. They're still going to have like a Heisman Trophy quarterback or running back or something out there playing. They're going to go for a SEC championship like always. It's a no doubt scenario.
Yeah.
Because Tommy, the reason LSU's got even has a football team because them Cajuns are crazy.
Tommy says just take your shirt off.
No, like I said, if you want me to take off my shirt, you got to pay for it. August the 11th.
All right, you've done like 3 promos this one
I'm just
segment.
saying.
All right. Yeah, like Corbin said, Alabama last year they lost 2 games, last play of the game. So I think Saban will be out for blood. He's not finished in my opinion. Alabama runs the table in the SEC West.
I got legs.
Let talk.
Promo.
Sorry.
If next promo you can. All right, here's the deal. You can shoot all the promos you want on wrestling if you take your shirt off.
Is AJ watching this? Because I need him like just come chop the crap out of Spanky right now.
Robin Sheldon is on. Go Gators, he says. All right, so let's hit the East. Who's finishing last in the East?
Do we really need? I think. Let's just skip. I think
We got Vandy.
I mean,
It really.
Vandy.
Next, number 6. Anyone else? Like, I think we can go through this one a little bit. Who you got, Corbin?
Florida.
What the
Don't break the order up, Promo King. Who do you got at 6?
I got Mizzou. Like,
Okay.
I think it's no question. Dirkwitz, I don't know. Dirk Navin, I don't know. Like, he's on the way out. Mizzou, number 6.
I got Florida.
I love the Florida at 6.
They're down there for me too, man. Don't worry, they're down there for me.
From what they done in the blue and white game, that was some of the worst stuff in the history.
The offense was horrible.
They had 10 yards total the whole game. Defense didn't even look good doing it.
What was the final, 7-10 or something?
Yeah, it wasn't.
All I know is Florida. I think they're going to go. I think Florida wins 3 or 4 games this year, honestly. I think this may be one of the worst years in Florida football history.
I don't know. They did go 4-8 and they blocked each other. That's pretty bad.
Number 6, I've got Missouri. I think Eli Drinkwitz fails again. They bring back a decent amount of starters, but it's Missouri.
Yeah.
It's Missouri. Hey, I'll take you up on all them stars, Bob.
Yeah, we'll take them.
Send them stores on.
I don't even know what you get from stars, but we'll take them. I'm already a star. Well, I have a star when you are a star.
Oh God, number 5.
Number 5, I got Florida as well. I just don't believe in the Napier. I don't believe in the scared money don't make money. Well, heck, if you got money, you got money. Don't matter how you get the money, how you spend the money, just get the dang money. But yeah, I got Florida at 5. It ain't gonna be good. They don't have the quarter. They don't even know who their quarterback's going to be going into it. They really don't. And that's not a good sign. The University of Florida, history-wise, y'all can say what you want, but history-wise, best SEC school to produce quarterbacks. Until here lately, Alabama kind of took that one over.
I got Missouri. I don't know much about Missouri's team going in this season, but they're always a 5 or 6 win team, so put Missouri at number 5.
I've got Florida at number 5. I think they're going to play some teams tough. They're probably going to play Tennessee tough, that they always do, but they're going to struggle to score points. Sunbelt Billy is bottom tier for me, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there again. The 2024 Florida schedule gets me so fired up.
Oh, yikes.
Because I just love how bad this is going to be for them. They play Georgia. They play Texas A&M. They go to Mississippi State. They play LSU. They play Ole Miss. They come to Tennessee. They go to Texas. They've got Kentucky. They play Miami. They play Florida State. And then they've got UCF, which is no joke at all.
Oh, yeah.
Sunbelt Billy is gone.
It's bad. gonna be bad.
Number 4.
I got old reliable, a team that's not ever gonna win the SEC East, but they have the heart, and they have the spirit. They just need to quit copying checkerboard. But I got the Kentucky Wildcats. Oh, Stoopsy, he'll have his team rocking and rolling again.
I got South Carolina. The question is, does South Carolina come in this season and back up what they ended the season on last year? We're going to see about that.
I've got USC Junior as well at number 4. Beamer ball. I think they're going to be all right, but they're going to be brought back to reality this year. They'll be ready to fire him again come midseason. Spencer Rattler, he'll be overrated per usual, and Josh Heupel is going to destroy Shane Beamer and Neyland. And I think that's going to.
Oh yeah,
I'm so glad we get him early too. We don't have to wait on that game too long. Who do you have at number 3?
I got South Carolina. I think. Look, here's my hot take. I think Spencer. I think he's going to have a better season than what he did last year, because I think he's going to use it all off season. He's going to hear everything. I think he's going to be a little better last year, but you still dog poop. You're still dog poop. I'm trying not to cuss people. I'm trying to be good. But I got South Carolina.
I got Kentucky. Got a transfer quarterback from NC State from last year. And NC State wasn't too bad last year, from what I remember. So, but I think Kentucky will actually have some upset wins this year, honestly. I think they got some upset wins coming. I think Mark Stoops has got the program headed in the right direction for Kentucky, which is more the right direction what the basketball team's in at the moment.
Yeah, that's not looking too good, is it?
Yeah, I've got Kentucky at 3. Devin Leary, I think, is very, very good. He's going to be better than Will Levis. They've done really good in the portal. If they can block, I see Kentucky being really good. And like you said, Stoops has got them going right direction. I think Stoops has hit Kentucky ceiling, is how good they can be.
It's not a bad place for Kentucky to be either, honestly, from where they was in the past. I mean,
it's a solid spot.
3 or 4 for Kentucky. That's very solid for them in football.
Who do you have at number 2, Spanky?
Number 2, I got the UGA ugly Georgia Bulldogs.
Love it.
I debated, honestly. I did
too.
I debated a lot on this one. I'm going to put Georgia at number 2 just because I'm a Tennessee fan. I'll say it. But I'm going to put them at number 2. But with the losses this year, Georgia has come in the season with the players and what they've got going on currently with the situation down in Athens that a lot of people really ain't talking about yet.
A lot of weird stuff going on.
A lot of weird stuff going down in Georgia. Like, we could be 2 or 3 weeks in the season, and the whole season may just come apart. They may end up going like 6-6 after that. I don't know. We'll see.
This guy here in the comics makes I like that.
I'm not even read any of them. I'll read them right when we get done. Georgia, I've got them at 2. Like, a lot of weird stuff going on down there. With that schedule, though, they should easily win.
Oh, that's like the easiest schedule you've ever saw.
It's the easiest SEC schedule, I think, of all time. I think they fall, though. I think Kirby's gimmicks are gonna start fading. Like last year, he was telling his team that everybody was predicting them to go 7-6. Nobody in the world said Georgia was going like that. That was his motivation. So I think all that stuff is going to be running out.
Hey, over under. What's more, Kirby throwing visors or Georgia's NCAA penalties?
I'm hoping NCAA penalties.
Yeah.
Maybe orange-colored glasses, but give me the Dogs at number 2. So number 1, we've all got Tennessee. Why?
I think Joe Milton. I think this is his year. I think he's gonna throw, like he said at SEC Media Days. He doesn't have an exact number how far he can throw that ball, but it starts with a 9. But no, I think Tennessee. I think their defense is going to be very much improved this year. I think they'll be rocking and rolling. I think a lot of people want to hate on the defense, but people, you got to realize when an offense is so up tempo and so high scoring, it's It's a blessing and it's a curse because your defense is not getting a full recovery time. The perfect way to have it is your offense needs to control the clock, control the ball, keep your defense on that sideline as much as possible. Let them come in, get third down sacks, boom, let's get them off the field. Offense, keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
We're good at that.
Yeah, I think the growth within this program from year 1 to year 2 under Heupel goes even further this year. We're starting to get into Josh Heupel's recruits. We're not using Jeremy Pruitt's recruits. Nothing against, them players, but it's took a lot to develop, what he brought in here. But Tennessee will be better on defense. I think Joe Milton's going to be very good. I think Georgia goes down in Neyland, and I think Tennessee goes to Atlanta for the SEC championship.
Here's the question.
First time since 2007.
Does the goalpost come down?
It can't.
It can't come down anymore. We got to vacate the win.
And pay like a $500,000 fine, and then the next year if we had to, like we play, let's say if we done that to Alabama last year in Neyland, next year when we play Alabama in Neyland, we would have to vacate that spot and give them the home game next year.
Really?
You can thank Greg Sankey for, and you can't tell me that the Nick Saban crying didn't put this into Greg Sankey's head.
You know what? Here, how about this? Hear me out. We beat Georgia. Everybody get out of the stadium as quick as possible. Get a bunch of people in scuba gear. Mm-hmm. Go down to the river and let's raise that goalpost.
We're going to go find that goalpost here soon, I believe. We'll hit some comments before we go to commercial. James Fair. Let's see.
Well, one's got a good one about the Undertaker's music, South Carolina game. I like that one.
Is that the James Fair comment?
Yeah, that could work.
I have a huge announcement. How do I bring you in? Let's see. Tommy, do you know how to create a poll on here?
Yeah, Tommy, come on in.
James Fair, hear me out. Dark mode, the South Carolina game. Blackout Needham with the Undertaker theme music right before we run out. The T of Rocky Top. I do like that. That would be cool.
I do. Like heck fire.
Well, at least we could have like the boom, but then hit the Rocky
Hey, if
Top
we didn't piss off
mix.
Texas, I think Undertaker would have done it. Heck, his brother is the mayor of Knox County. You know that, huh?
He is.
Yeah.
Tommy says, Corbin, where's the love?
Right here, son.
He says, come on, Daddy. Let's see. I'll make your goalpost out of PVC
It ain't
pipe.
the same. We want the real thing.
Ronnie, you just stay tuned on the goalpost. All right. We'll be right back. Check out our message from the Big Orange Concrete Pumping. We got Start Bench Cut coming up your way next. Maxed Out Gym is hands down the best gym in East Tennessee. Located in Oak Ridge, locally owned and operated by Ryan Carson. Listen, this gym is not your normal big chain gym. 24/7 access, child care, nutrition plans, private training rooms, and their personal trainers are truly first class. We're not talking about John Doe across the street who spent a few hours taking an online course and then printed his certificate. They offer the best classes in the area and even host big-time powerlifting competitions. For my power lifters, you have to experience the back room. There's no words to describe it, you just have to experience it. That's Maxed Out Gym. If you're having second thoughts about changing gyms, canceling that membership, going through the hassle, I know you've seen the picture of me and Coach Heupel together when I got to show him his face on my leg. Have you seen the thunder thighs on the Vol Daddy? You don't get thighs like that by not going to Maxed Out Gym. It's time to throw away the Gold membership, throw away the Planet Fitness membership, throw away the National Fitness membership, and it's time to join Maxed Out Gym. Check them out on Facebook right now. Are you looking for a place to tailgate this season? Look no further than the Volunteer Club. Free food, free drinks, free games, and an open bar. Yes, I said open bar. Also, you're going to get things like watch parties, shirts, decals, koozies, exclusive video content, special events, meet and greets, etc. You absolutely cannot beat the Volunteer Club. For as little as $5, you can join today. Click on my QR code, screenshot my QR code, or message me for a direct link and come tailgate with the best of the best. Go Vols. All right, and we're back. Next, we've got Start, Bench, Cut, presented by Maxed Out Gym. How this works, we give a topic. You've got a start one, which is your first pick. You've got a bench one, which is your second pick. And then you got a cut one, which is the obvious third pick. Number 1, rank these football movies. Rudy, Remember the Titans, or The Blind Side.
This one was easy for me. Remember the Titans as a start. Bench, The Blind Side. Because screw Notre Dame, and we're going to cut Rudy.
I'm going to start Remember the Titans. Bench, The Blind Side. Blind Side's a good movie. It is. I remember going watching it in the movie theaters. Dang good movie. Makes you sad and happy at the same time. And screw Notre Dame.
That's right, Corbin. That's right. Give me some. High five, baby. High five. Yeah.
So y'all really don't like Rudy, the movie?
I don't.
Like if it wasn't Notre Dame, would you like it?
Yeah, I probably would. If it was
I didn't.
Dame.
I think it's corny, honestly.
Hey, look. The only thing good out of Notre Dame is when I watched that documentary about them, about the Catholics and the convicts. And Lou Holtz gave his team the speech after the big brawl. He said, boys, you better not get you a personal foul or anything, or I'm kicking you off the team. But if you're going to fight them in the parking lot. But save Jimmy Johnson's ass for me. That'd get any man fired up right there. I don't care. If you ain't fired up over that one, your wood's wet.
All right. I'm gonna start Remember the Titans as well. I still remember the first time I seen it in theaters. I still watch it to this day if it's on. I'm gonna bench Rudy. I like Rudy. I liked it as a kid, and I'm not a Notre Dame fan, but I do like the movie. And I'm gonna cut The Blind Side. I like the movie. I'm not a Tim McGraw fan at all.
Oh, come on! You don't think Tim McGraw?
I don't like Tim. No, that was the best thing about Tim McGraw is young Taylor Swift. I used to blast that in the Ford Explorer. Anyway, it's a little corny for me, but it's still a great story. All right, pizza. Let's rank it: cheese, pepperoni, supreme. And here we go. We got a big food topic, so everybody just.
I'll just go ahead and say Cut's cheese. Like, why? I hate cheese. Nah, nada. Then bench, I'm going with supreme because you know what? There's just some things on Supreme Pizza I don't like. That's just my personal preference. But number 1 start, that's pepperoni pizza. You can't beat the classic, especially extra pepperoni pizza. And I'm going to go back on the cheese. If you are the type of person that says you're going to get a lot in a group of pizza, do not order a cheese pizza because the people in your party want a cheese pizza. Just take the pepperonis or whatever, top it off, and then it's a cheese pizza. Stop wasting money. Maybe there's some people in the party that want pepperoni pizza.
Dang, son, you act like you like food or something over here.
Any food topic, he gets fired up.
He was eating pizza before we started this podcast.
Food or uniforms? Food or apparel?
All right. Start pepperoni. I mean, pepperoni's.
That's right.
Pepperoni's awesome.
Yeah, Tommy
Freaking
says
love
pepperoni. I guess that's your start, Tommy. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
You got a bench cheese. You get some dang Texas Pete hot sauce and some black pepper and throw on that cheese pizza. You talking about some good stuff going on right there.
Then it ain't cheese.
That's cheese pizza.
No, cheese pizza is just pizza with nothing but cheese.
Easy now,
Because
son.
if you add something, then it's whatever the pizza. Like if you're going to add hot sauce, it's a hot sauce pizza. Because cheese is in pizza.
He gets fired up over food over here.
Yeah, James Fair says meat lovers.
Now, I like meat lovers, but it wasn't an option. The best kind of pizza out there, and you can get it in Cofield or you can get it in Wartburg. It is the Hunt Brothers thin crust pepperoni and bacon pizza. You'll never be let down.
I don't know. You get some Tostitos pizza and you fix that thing in the dang oven. You get that thing fixed up and you put some hot sauce on it. You get some of that shredded cheese out of the damn refrigerator and you put that on there.
Is it my? Did you go all the way through?
Oh, I'm cutting Supreme.
Okay. I can't keep up with Spanx going crazy over food.
Sorry, I get fired.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Cut Supreme.
You're cutting Supreme.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with any of these, and it depends on my mood. But I'm starting Supreme. I love Supreme pizza, and I'm gonna
Whatever you want to do, but as long as what cheese, I don't care.
I'm gonna bench cheese.
You son of a bitch.
I'm gonna cut that stupid pepperoni.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? How? Cheese pizza's boring.
No, it's not.
It's plain.
It's good, man.
No, it ain't. There ain't anything good about cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza with stuffed crust.
Some Texas Pete hot sauce.
Tommy said it's costing him a fortune to watch this Spank guy who's a wrestler not doing any wrestling moves.
Well, it's okay because I don't have to do many wrestling moves to get people to come see. Because heck fire, because, we're on the best run of Morgan County wrestling there's ever been. So, man, looks like I ain't got to do moves to make money, pal. It's called walking and talking. Called working, daddy.
All right, rank these Tennessee wide receivers. This one's hard, man.
Yeah, this one was there, too.
All right.
On this one, I'll just go ahead and people.
Uh-huh.
I just drew names out of a hat on this one.
I done a little bit of research, but all right, rank these Tennessee wide receivers: Carl Pickens, Joey Kent, Peerless Price. Start us off, big wrestling daddy.
Look, man, this is hard, okay? But you know what? This is what we're going to do. Peerless Price, number 1. Number 2, Joey Kent. Number 3, Carl Pickens. I hate to cut any of them. Why do we got to cut? Why can't we just do what society does nowadays? Let everybody get a trophy. Let everybody play.
It's the name of the game, bud.
I had the same exact order as Spanky.
I'm going to start Joey Kent, all-time catch leader, all-time yards leader, all-time touchdown leader. Kent is the GOAT, in my opinion. And I'm going to bench Peerless Price. 2 SEC championships, 1 national championship. Put the team on his back to win the national championship. Carl Pickens, amazing athlete, amazing career, all-pro NFL career. But that's who I'm going to have to cut.
It's hard.
It's hard, man. It's very hard. Tommy wants to know. Hold on, I'm missing some, I think. I'm trying to keep up. Mr. Jones says Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Ain't a bad option.
Yeah, that's
barbecue pizza's good too. Hey, what's up, Digging Sports? I don't know how long you've been in here. Good to see you. Hey, Tommy wants to know where are all your ladies at, Corbin?
At home in the bed.
They know about that 6.5, Tommy.
They are.
They know about the 6.5. I've been trying to get him to release his OnlyFans, but it's tough to get it out of him.
It's high priced.
It's high priced. He says nobody around these parts can afford his OnlyFans.
But you know what they can afford?
What?
Here's promo.
Pepperoni pizza, baby.
I was about to say a wrestling ticket. That's what I was
That's
about
what I
to
was
say.
Well, if
thinking.
you want to go ahead and say it, but well.
All right. Who would you want Tennessee? This is hard too. Who would you want Tennessee to play a home and home game with in the near future? Michigan, Penn State, or Ohio State?
I'm going to go with I'm going to start with Cut because of the team I hate the least, Penn State. I ain't got nothing wrong. I ain't got nothing against Penn State.
So you don't want to play them?
No, okay, so this is how I look at it. The reason I'd want to play them is so we can beat them. That's why I'd want to play them. But number 2, bench Michigan. I'm at the bench Michigan. Number 3 is the team that seems wants to run their mouth more than anybody, and who is actually, and I'll go ahead and give them credit. Out of everybody in the Big Ten, they are consistently. Michigan stepped up in a couple years, but consistently giving people fits in the playoffs, whatever. I'm going with Ohio State. Not the Ohio State, because there's only one the out there, and that's the Spank, but I'm going with Ohio State.
I'm gonna start Michigan just because they had to build a bigger stadium just to beat us in attendance,
That's a good point.
and I would love to beat their butt on at Neyland Stadium and then go all the way to what's it called, Arbor Field, whatever it is,
Ann Arbor.
Ann
Arbor,
Arbor,
yeah.
Ann Arbor, and beat them there.
See who the real big house is.
Bench Penn State. I love Penn State. I will say that I love the crowd, the stadium, the atmosphere. I think if we had a home series, that is about that's on a Tennessee level from the way they come out to games and Penn State. What is it, Penn Station? It's phenomenal there. I'd like to go there, see a game there, and especially against Tennessee, and we just beat up on them. And Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State's just Ohio State. I mean, are we being serious? I mean.
You should want to play them, Corbin. You should want to beat them.
Well, it's just Ohio State. I mean, they talk a big game every year, and they always choke, but they are always the better Big Ten team and go to the playoffs, and they do good things in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, they're just still Ohio State. And I just don't care about Ohio State.
I'm gonna start Ohio State around year 2025 is whenever I want to have them. Not a fan, but man,
and Ryan Day looks like Butch Jones.
Two great fan, but can you imagine the trash talk between Tennessee and Ohio State?
Oh yeah, it's already there.
Yeah, it's already
there's there.
It's already so. If a home and home, I would love to go up there. I would love for them to come here and see what a real atmosphere is like. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start Ohio State. This was my toughest between these two, but I'm going to bench Penn State just because I want to experience their atmosphere, especially if like we was lucky enough to get the whiteout. I think that would be cool to go up there and then white out for us or something.
They should white out one year and we should do an orange out.
I would be all for that. And Michigan,
that means everybody's got to wear orange.
Gonna cut Michigan. Any three of these would be fun. Have to cut one of them, and that's the one for me. But I would like to go to the big house. I'm gonna hit some comments for our last question. Robin says, "How y'all gonna leave our partners pizza meat lovers out?" Let's see.
Partners got some good wings, people. I really do. I love them.
Tommy said he dropped the 6.5 on the last show and a Peterbilt. Inside joke, we'll tell you in commercial break. Tommy says Michigan. I guess that's the start. And Robin says Penn State. Jalen Hyatt definitely has the greatest all-time Vol performance with 5 touchdowns versus Alabama. 207 yards on 6 catches. Woo, I think he just scored again. I do agree with you, Mr. Jones, because, I mean, that performance was crazy.
It was.
I mean, 5 out of 6 catches were touchdowns. So I'm all for that.
Comments on YouTube and everything too.
I am on here, yeah.
Okay, you are. Okay.
Yeah,
I got the fake.
I've got YouTube, Twitter.
Man, we all over here. We live and in color, baby.
Mike's on you again.
Like a monkey, baby.
Tell everybody how to send
Thank
stars.
you, Bob. I'm not sure how to send stars, or I would definitely do that.
We ain't gonna send stars, Norton. You want to send stars? Send them to us.
Bob says he's sending us 1,000.
I appreciate you, Bob.
Listener question. Dalton Roberts, are you listening? Dalton asked on Twitter.
That is a good question.
Yeah, it's a very good question. What recent Tennessee team was the most fun to watch? 2022 Tennessee football, 2022 Tennessee baseball, or 2018 to 2019 Tennessee basketball?
This was a good question.
Start, bench, cut.
It was very hard, but 2022 Tennessee football. And
That's your start?
That's what start. The bench going to be the baseball. And then the cut's going to be basketball. Even though, here's my take of the night, people. And it could be true. I hate to cut them because they were the team to start everything going on right now at Tennessee. My opinion. Because look, the buzz around Tennessee started when that basketball team played. Okay, it got baseball rolling. Now it's football rolling. Everything else is rolling. In my honest opinion, that's the team right there that brought Tennessee athletics back to where it needed to be. You can disagree with me if you want. You can go in the comments and say, "Hey, you're Florida." I don't care. That's just my opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it.
You got any pepper over there for him? Mix in with some of that salt.
That's saying.
I'm gonna start football just because. Listen, football is a journey. Okay, when the season starts, it's a little journey. And the more this past year we kept winning games, and we was in contention, and we went to the top of the board in the college football playoff. Halfway through the season, I was gave out
Yeah.
And at the end,
Probably drinking.
and at the end of the season,
He's drinking.
I was done for.
Because he was drinking.
I ain't drinking that Dasani water, I'll tell you that. This was tough. This was tough, honestly.
It's hard. It's hard.
The basketball team had such a good run. I guess I have to bench them just for the run they had. I'm going to have to cut the baseball just because I knew at the end, we wasn't the baseball team we wanted to be all season. And I knew that the whole truth was going to be that we was going to get put out. And I worried about it. And we went to the College World Series, but
Corbin,
we made a mistakes.
Corbin, it's the year before.
Oh.
It's the year before, buddy.
We're talking about the year before?
Yeah, we got big.
Yeah, 2022 Tennessee baseball.
He's had a couple drinks here, folks. Just bear him a minute.
I have
Changes
not.
things up then.
So, okay. I thought it was this year's. Okay, last year, I'd start last year's for sure because we dominated the whole season. Winning games 30 points. And how many games we win in a row? 24, 25?
It was somewhere 23, 24, 20, and then we ended up playing at the Smoky Stadium with wooden bats and
Tennessee Tech and losing. And yeah, I have to bench that for sure because I really thought we had. Well, I thought we had it. I thought last year was the year to win it. And I didn't think we could have won it this year.
I'm gonna start Tennessee football.
Got to.
The biggest reason is it's been so long since we've been able to feel this way about Tennessee football. Beat 3 out of the last 4 national championships in one season. I was on a high, man, all year long.
He was?
A natural high, a Josh Heupel high. No. 2022 Tennessee baseball, I'm going to bench. What a year. Probably the best team of all time, college baseball team of all time.
Statistics say yes.
Definitely the best to not win a championship, just destroying it was just so fun to just dog walk everybody. It sucks to cut, as always, but I'm going to cut 2018-19 Tennessee basketball. Very fun. Probably my favorite basketball team of all times. I mean, you had Grant Williams, you had Fulke, you had Bone, you had Lamonte Turner, Admiral Schofield, you had Kyle Alexander, Jordan Bowden, Eve Pons. We should have won it all, really, that year.
Another thing that comes into factor for me with that is in college basketball, I mean, we saw it this year. The NCAA tournament is March Madness, and anybody can upset anybody. And it's always, if you go to the Final Four, that's impressive.
Yeah.
And not everybody, there's 300, I don't know how many teams, because they add teams every year. I know the last time I looked, it was 385 Division I schools. So it's so tough to go so far in the NCAA tournament.
Well, that one sucked, Dalton. I don't know if you're listening now. I'm sure you would comment if you was, but you'll definitely see it on YouTube. We'll be right back. We're gonna talk some just random questions that we have regarding Tennessee's football season in 2023. We've got some commercials, and we'll be right back.
Ugh.
Trident Hydro Clean, your exterior home cleaning professionals, house, roof, driveway, concrete, gutters, and much more. Trident Hydro Clean, 865-363-8815. They've been in business for 5 years, and they have a 5-star Google rating and a 5-star Facebook rating. Call Jacob today. Give your house, driveway, and/or patio the care it deserves. 100% satisfaction guarantee. See the difference between a professional and amateur cleaning. That's 865-363-8815.
Megan's Cleaning Services is here to meet all of your home cleaning needs. From a basic clean to a deep clean, from a one-time clean to a bi-weekly clean. Megan's Cleaning Service is here for you. We provide residential, commercial, and rental cleanings for the best prices. Serving Knox, Anderson, Scott, Roane, and Morgan counties. Give me a like on my Facebook page. My phone number is 423-539-7266. Again, that's Megan's Cleaning Services at 423-539-7266. Thank you.
And we're back. Next, we've got our second main talking point of the day presented by Trident Hydro Clean. Thank you for sponsoring this segment, Jacob Haney. So for this segment, just some random questions kind of floating around here in my brain, and I want to pick your all's brain. So let's jump into this. How long of a leash does Joe Milton have this year? By the way, before I answer this, I want to be very clear. I'm not anti-Joe. I love Joe. I believe in Joe. I want Joe to prove all the doubters wrong. I want to see Joe in New York as a Heisman finalist. But as a fan, we must discuss this. How long is Joe's leash? At what point does Nico get a shot if Tennessee isn't succeeding?
I think he gets. I think he deserves a long leash. That's just my opinion, because everything that guy he has sat through, he came to us not knowing if he was going to be the starter or not. That should speak volume to him. And then he waited his turn, and now he's got his turn. So in my opinion, he deserves a long leash.
I'm going to say, how many times in the past have we come down to Florida and Florida B where that's a deciding factor for a quarterback? I think the same thing happens this year. I think Florida, listen, I know Florida, I said they're going to be terrible, and I do think they'll be terrible. But just like I said with Alabama and Auburn, when we play Florida, it doesn't matter if they're the biggest crap team they are and we're the best team they are, vice versa. It's going to be a close game regardless. And if Florida comes out and they start whooping us, what do we do?
You just keep on fighting.
I agree. I think Florida is I don't know. That's
It's a proven point game.
That's the do or die.
But you got to look at it like this. You can't let one game decide who's going to be your starting quarterback the rest of the way. Just like you guys got to remember, these are also
well, I'm not
18,
saying
19-year-old kids. They're going to have bad games. It's not a game you want to be bad. But then from my side of it, like you can't now look. If he starts decline, okay, maybe we need to have that conversation. But the work he's put in now, I say you leave him there. And look, Nico's time's going to shine. Maybe Nico, you guys got to think of it like this. Milton's a senior, correct?
Yes.
Nico redshirts this year. How many more years will we have Nico then? You got to look at it like this.
I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying if we're halfway through the third quarter and Tennessee's down, 17 points.
Yeah.
It's
happened.
Are we just going to be like, okay, well, we're going to redshirt Nico, so let's just bend over and take this one?
No, you can't. You just got to.
That's why, and I'm not saying
Team's got a battle.
It's happened before.
I'm not saying that like whatever happens out of the Florida game is the starter the rest of the year. All I'm saying is like, let's say Joe's, I don't know, let's say he's kind of sloppy against Virginia, and let's say he, destroys Austin Peay. Then we go to Florida, and then we kind of see the Virginia flashbacks. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, if he's not,
And I'm not saying don't throw Nico in because every once in a while you need a different spark. But I'm not. To me, I guess I'm just overreading the question. I don't believe in just scrapping the whole Joe Milton thing. I don't believe in it.
I don't. I mean, I'm not saying that. That's not the point of the question. I'm just saying,
Because
like,
to me, and no offense, but from an outsider looking in from all them years, it seems to be, and Tennessee fan, you gotta realize this. Just because something goes bad, don't mean you gotta throw it away. That's all I'm gonna say. Can't jump the gun early.
But yeah, that's my thing. I think Florida is I think that's the point where a change is. You know what I mean? Like, either going to be made or not. But I don't want to see. I mean, I don't want to struggle in Florida. I don't want to introduce Nico in the swamp. I don't want to introduce him in that environment behind by, 17, 20 points or something like that.
I mean, I'll give this scenario. Okay, let's say Nico's gonna get to play this year. Okay, he'll get to play.
He'll play.
Just because
He's got playing 4 games.
Because when we're blowing somebody out, he's gonna come in and just look. He couldn't come in and look phenomenal. You don't know. Now, will he take Milton's job over doing that? No, I don't see that. I don't see that happening at all.
I don't.
Milton's the guy. I'm 100% on Milton. Milton's the guy. He's had 0 interceptions. People forgets that. Like
144 passes,
You better not call him one,
0
dang it.
interceptions.
Well, I mean,
Oh, no.
what's the record for the most passing attempts without an interception in Tennessee history? It's like what?
I'm
He's
not
not far from it. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think I think Joe's going to be fine. That was just my question. Is just if it's not pretty, at what point does a change try to be made?
yeah, and this is not a bash on Joe. This is just a hypothetical because we've been put in this situation so many times in the past.
Yeah, I think Nico's going to be prepared. I think Josh Heupel and Joey Halsey has Nico ready, but I also think Joe Milton is ready too, and I think he's going to do fine in the swamp. Remember what he said, he don't lose in the state of Florida. And I think Joe Cool Milton, Air Milton, the Rocket Man,
Rocket Man burning out a fuse on hell.
I think the Heisman campaign starts September 16th, 7 p.m. in Gainesville, Florida.
I like how you think.
Who are some players that the media and most Tennessee fans are sleeping on this year? Who are the players that are about to step up and leave their mark?
I've got a Tyler Barron, defensive lineman.
That's a good one.
He's played in 36 games so far. He's going to be a senior this year. He's got 73 tackles all time. 16.5 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, 2 pass breaks up. I think this year he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I don't know what's mine. I know people can say, well, he just got selected all SEC, whatever. How's the media not talking about? I just don't hear his name out there a lot. I'm going with Cooper Mays. I think this year he, being in a family shadow, you always get your comparisons. I think this year Cooper steps out of the family shadow, and I think he becomes the number 1 draft, a first-round draft pick, just like his brother.
That'd be crazy. I hope we get him one more year, though, because I think he's still got senior year.
I think he goes early in the draft, just like his brother did.
I've said it 100 times. I'm going to go Ramel Keaton. He's going to have a breakout season, man. He's going to be one of the top wide receivers taken in the NFL draft, in my opinion. I'm also going to go Aaron Beasley. Haven't really seen a lot of preseason honors for him, and I think he's going to be a top linebacker in the SEC. I'm also going to go Jacob Warren. He's just quiet. He just kind of walks the line, does his job, solid all the way around, and I think he has a great year this year. I'm going to go to Nico Slaughter as well. So many high points last year. That hit against Kentucky where we picked that ball off, that was like my favorite defensive play all year. And then my last one, I'm going to go Elijah Simmons. Banged up last couple years, but he's healthy. He's stronger than ever. I think he makes some noise in the trenches, and I'm fired up that he changed number 10. Y'all have anybody else? Hit the comment section. Bob Bozeman says Spank is so smart.
That's right, baby.
Mr. Jones from YouTube says, in Hypo we trust Joe Milton to Joe Millions. I like it.
Ooh, it's a shirt right there.
Bob says, I believe in Spank's vast knowledge.
As should everybody else.
Mr. Jones says Squirrel White and Keaton. Agree with that 100%. James Fair says attempted 261 consecutive passes without interception, the longest streak in program history, and the third longest streak in SEC history. Hendon Hooker.
What about
You don't pay attention to nothing, Spanky.
what?
We were just talking about who has the.
You wasn't talking about wrestling, so.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
We was talking about get close to the mic, Spank.
What? What were we talking
We
about?
was talking about which Tennessee quarterback threw the most passes without an interception, and it's Hendon Hooker. Threw 261 consecutive passes.
That's.
Sorry, I got a bunch of things on my mind.
Daggum. I didn't realize it was that much.
Mr. Jones has Cam Seldon. That's a very good pick. And Josh Heupel is who they're sleeping on, knock on wood. Okay, so another question. If Tennessee's offense isn't as efficient as the last 2 years, is our defense going to be that much better that we can count on them to not allow as many points as they did last season?
I hope so. But then again, I've said on here in the past, I always worry about the defense.
Yeah.
You got to have that balance because, like I said earlier, if your offense is on the field for 30 seconds, scores a touchdown, that's good and great, but you better just get ready to get a bunch of points scored on you. So I think you got to have that balance.
Yeah, I think our defense is going to be good. I think, yes. Josh Heupel said Tennessee will play an elite defense. So I don't know if we're deep enough to do that yet. I don't think we are, but
Well, if he said it, then we should believe it. Come on now.
but I mean, I believe the hype. But the only defensive back we lost last year was Trayvon Flowers, and I mean that's it. We were banged up all year, no depth. I mean we were playing walk-ons against Alabama. We recruited well, hit the portal well. We're young. I think Tennessee defense is solid, and I pray Tennessee's defense is going to be solid. Losing Jeremy Banks is going to hurt on the field, not off the field. Mr. Jones says defense is going to be elite. We saw flashes against Kentucky. I believe we saw flashes nonstop. We got to put it all together. One of the things that we've really not heard too much about is special teams. Are you worried about Tennessee's special teams? We lose Chase McGrath and Paxton Brooks, who both done a great job for the Vols. I personally haven't heard much about this position side of the ball, and I really don't know why, because we've lost two key players. Any concerns or anxiety for special teams?
Nah, I feel pretty fine with it.
I think we'll be all right with special teams. We always recruit well in that position.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm worried, but I'm curious, anxious, nervous probably. But we brought in Charles Campbell from Indiana, originally from Jackson, Tennessee.
And he's really good.
Very good. First team, all Big Ten. 39 of 51 on his career, which is a 76.5% success rate. He's 73 of 73 from PATs. He's hit 5 50-yard field goals, so solid. Then we've got Jackson Ross from Australia. That's all really you need to know right there. He can.
That's right. Them down under Aussie.
He can kick. We'll just say that. So I think we're gonna be fine. But special teams are critical. I mean, just look at General Nealon's game maxims. All right. What do you consider a failing season for Tennessee this year?
3 losses.
3 losses, so
Yeah.
9-3, or
Yeah.
bowl game loss too. Regular season.
9-3 in the regular season. A bowl game loss for sure with already 9-3, but of course, but 10-2 regular season.
I think that's pretty.
I think that's good. Just depending on who them losses are, though. I hope we can pull it. I think we will beat Alabama in Alabama. I will say that. We're going to back it up from last year. We have to. We know we have to. Georgia's going to be the big question if we can beat them. But then again, Georgia, I think there's so much stuff going on down there. And they're so late in the season. And Georgia, I don't know. I just don't know if they're going to be as good as they are going to be. But we'll see.
I got the same as him, like 3 to 4 losses. I think that's not a good sign.
4 losses is just unacceptable to me at this point.
At this point.
Well, at this point, I was about to say Corbin. Beggars can't be choosers now. You got to remember. It's got to calm down there.
Yeah, I'm probably about to make a lot of people cringe right here, but Tennessee is still rebuilding. And
Thank you.
you can disagree, but it's
Thank
true. I mean, we lost 40 scholarship players Heupel's first year. We've already cut around like 18 scholarships due to self-imposed penalties. We've got 10 more scholarships to cut. I'm not making any excuses. All I'm saying is people don't need to panic if we go 9-3.
Yeah, it's like
Because we're just now getting into Heupel's players. We're just now, getting into the staff's recruits, their hand-picked players. So, I mean, we're going to be very good. Don't get me wrong. I think for me, 8-4 is when I would be disappointed, realistically. I'll be mad if we lose. Y'all done know how I act when we get beat. But after a few days and thinking straight and everything, I think 8-4 is whenever I'm just like, okay, we failed.
I just can't say 8-4. Like
I don't either.
The stuff that you, and every Tennessee fan would have to hear by that point would be, oh, Tennessee's 8-4 over here. What the heck happened at the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
Stuff like that, because that's how everybody's going to be. And then then they live here in Tennessee, and they're like, oh, I love Florida. I love Clemson. All these other teams, like that. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm around the 10-2 mark is where I think Tennessee will be. 10-2, 11-1. But yeah, we just got to keep in mind that Tennessee is still
rebeating everybody. Calm down. Just because we have a really good season, don't mean we're back yet. Just calm it down.
Just go game. We just got to take it game by game.
Yeah.
Honestly, game by game. Just like last year. Last year it was game by game by game by game. We just kept, and that's how you got. And that's how you got to do it. Focus week by week. Not just us, but like the team and everybody.
All right, so that was our second talking point presented by Trident Hydro Clean. Next, we've got the duel. For you all listening, you're going to want to stick around for these two cats going at it during the duel. I think I'm going to try to get a tally going, and whoever you all vote for the winner, I think that's who we're going to go with.
Vote for me, the greatest of all time, the champ for 70 days.
If you don't care, share this live out, and let's have a fun duel here between these two. We'll be right back after these commercials.
Do you have dreams about what your property could be? Whether it's driveways, ponds, septic, new home construction, or even forestry mulching, let us earn your business and make your property dreams come true. Call Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408. You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you for supporting small businesses that support you. Again, that's Premier Excavation at 865-766-9408.
ZNN Concrete are the professionals you need to call for all of your concrete finishing needs. Driveways, sidewalks, curbs, garage pads, footers, and much more. They can do it all. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give ZNN Concrete a call today, 865-360-6176, residential or commercial. That's ZNN Concrete, 360-6176. And we're back. Next, we've got The Duel presented by Premier Excavation.
Come on now.
The Spank and Corbin will battle it out over a few tough questions.
I'm not even wearing them.
And the winner not only gets bragging rights, but they get some hardware to drag around with them for a week. Even Goldberg's winning streak was broken. Let's go, Spank. That's James Fair.
Oh, come on. Let's just hope that, it ain't rigged here again, but whatever.
Well, if we
All
get,
it is here is freaking rigged.
it's not rigged. If we
Yes,
get,
it is. Even Spire knows it.
it's not rigged.
Come on, get over here, you drunk.
Let me tell you out here.
Look, you're going to hit the mic. Come on, can't even walk
The champ
straight.
is here.
Come on, pal.
I got my Twisted Tea, Toy Duncan, Travis Duncan, Premier Excavating, sponsoring this
Kids
podcast.
that
This
watch
Twisted
this.
Tea is for you.
Just letting you know,
I
people,
love-
he's driving home.
I love this podcast. I love you.
50, he's driving home, everybody. He's
I love
driving.
you, Luke. I love
if
all
you
the-
drink this, you cannot leave this house.
I love all the people. I love all the people watching this
Oh,
right
they
now.
don't
I'm just
love
telling you that right
Nick
now.
Fire, look at you.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn the gain down because I think there's gonna be some screaming going on here. Hopefully that helps y'all a little bit on the if you've got headphones in.
What do you got on your head?
It's called a coonskin hat, son. If you go to a Tennessee game, you'd see me wearing it sometimes.
If you,
Yeah, I'd also see your face first in a garbage can from how much you drinking.
All right, so
Never.
depending on how many comments we get for votes, let me know the winner. And so if I don't have to pick it, that would be great. 'Cause
Yeah. Because
I-
then we
I-
can see.
I get-
Then we can see.
I get sick of the crying from Spanky losing. How many days has it been you've been champion?
70 days. 70 days. My greatest 70 days of my life is running
Quick
this
math,
dang
everybody.
show
How
over
many
here.
beers you think he's drunk in the past 70 days, huh?
All right, we got 5 questions. So don't announce winners after question 1. All right, question 1. Who is the biggest NFL draft bust of all time?
The champ goes first because I am the dang champ
Dear
over
God,
here.
my
I'm the
Lord.
champ, okay?
Calm down.
Listen here. I'm going to go from the past 10 years to be relevant so everybody knows who we're talking about. I'm going to go with Johnny Manziel. He had
Really, you just took off my notes. That's why you wanted to go first. That's why you wanted to go first. Okay, whatever.
Johnny
Have
Manziel.
it. Have it.
He had everything. Big time college story. Look at everything he won in college. He goes to the NFL. He had all the money, all the sponsors, all the commercials. Big time player. Everything went to his dang head. Of course, he had to play with the Cleveland Browns, but that don't matter. Bust. Straight up freaking bust.
Are you kidding
Spanky.
me right now?
If not him, I'll give you another
kidding
one
me?
with him. RG3 be locked up right there with him.
I'm giving 2. RG3.
Why does he get to now?
He don't get to. He
I'm
just
the
gave you.
man.
He just.
Okay, whatever.
I'm the
Fine.
man with the plan that gets
I'm
harder
going with
goals than
Johnny
you
Manziel
can.
because he's just like you. He's nothing but an alcoholic. Okay? You let the fame get to yourself. You let this little championship get to you, Corbin.
He can't even-
Which, heck, no, you didn't let the championship get to you because you were drunk before you got the championship. And here we go. We're probably going to get points taken away because I put Johnny Manziel. Look, Johnny Football, because that's his name. Johnny Football, everybody.
All right,
You want to give a second one since he gave a second one?
He can't even think of a second one.
Because there's so many out there. Like, my Lord, pal.
He already had to copy me.
Really? I'm not the one that had to go first. Let me go first, because I saw the Spanx paper there. I had to go first. That's why I picked him.
I'm not the one that had to get a championship to be a champion for a promotion because you can't win a championship on your own.
I don't have to. Look, the reason I got a championship because I am undefeated in Joe Kazan.
Who'd you beat for that championship?
I have beaten the names of everybody that was in that first battle royal. I beat Danny Vegas because that referee was not sanctioned, so it was an illegal referee. I win disqualification. I beat Danny Vegas in the cage. I beat AJ Kazana because he used an illegal chokehold, and boom, disqualification. I beat Joe Briggs by pinfall. Little Rolando, he tried to pin me. The bell did not sound. Boom, disqualification again. Then at Harriman, I wrestled in that battle royal, and then Coach Shannon hit me with the chair, and the devil threw me out. That's a disqualification right there. Boom, 17-0. Boom, undefeated. Try again.
All right. Question number 2. Are you giving a second one before I move
Go
on? Okay.
He couldn't think of one.
Shut up.
All right. Who or would you like to see another battle of Bristol?
Hell yeah. There ain't. Listen, I go to Bristol Motor Speed. I've been to Bristol Motor Speedway for over 20 years to both
Here we
races
go
a year
with
for
the
NASCAR.
freaking NASCAR.
And I'll tell you
Left
what.
turn.
And I'll tell you.
Left turn.
I'll tell you.
Left turn.
I'll tell you
Left
what.
turn. That's all it is.
I'll tell you what. Battle at Bristol. There's nothing like being the biggest college football atmosphere in college football because there's 160,000 people that can fit into that racetrack for that football game, plus more with the people that's also working the event. So, yes, hell yes, bring it back, do it again, and apparently it's in the talks to being done again, except this time it won't be Tennessee versus Virginia Tech. It'll be somebody else.
I'm gonna go with the S again because look, it needs to be a part of college football. I'm not going with the freaking NASCAR answer like him. I'm going to it because it's different, and that's what makes college football so great. You take things that are not ordinary in day-to-day lives and you make it extraordinary, and that's something extraordinary. One of the biggest places to hold a college football game in America, and you have it there. You have some of the most passionate and wild fans out there, and you bring them all together into one big atmosphere. I think it's great. I feel bad for the people that have to sit all the way up in the back because, I get it. It's hard to see from all the way back there, but if they could somehow, I don't know how they do it.
Not at Bristol Motor Speedway, it's not.
I'm just saying, but it's a little hard to see. It don't matter. They're little tiny football players. You can get the big jumbotron all you want, but it's still not the same.
So
but
you don't even know what
just
you're talking
shut
about.
Up.
You don't
Just
even know what you're
shut
talking about.
up.
When you go to a NASCAR race, the slower you set, the cheaper the seats are. The higher you set, the higher the tickets are because the more you can see from the higher
I'm
you
surprised
set.
you could see from the alcohol poisoning. Like, my Lord. That's a, like, I heard if you drink, you go blind. You should be Ray Charles right now. But as I was saying, it makes college football better. The more traditions we can have, the more we can prestige college football. That's why I think it. And I think, I don't think it should just be a Tennessee thing. Like, Tennessee needs to play
I disagree.
Virginia. Or
I disagree.
you could have, Virginia Tech come on down. Like, I get it. The Tennessee fan, we want it. It's in our state.
No other team's gonna sell it out.
Why would somebody come play in Bristol Motor Speedway in the state of Tennessee and not be from Tennessee?
Are you forgetting how many states that border Tennessee, brother? You got North Carolina, Kentucky. That's a neutral site.
Oh, North Carolina's going to bring the 40 fans up to damn Bristol Motor
I'm
Speedway.
just saying, but
and sell out
look,
the stadium.
I'm trying to not just be a Tennessee homer here. I'm trying to be a realist. Like,
Bring
okay.
NC State up there.
And look, if we're being honest here, like, I get it. The side of Bristol is in Tennessee. But let's be honest here. We could pick some teams out of Virginia because Bristol's technically in Virginia too. If you want to be honest, literally, you could either walk to the left, you're in Tennessee, walk to the right, you're in Virginia.
There's no way because, listen, okay? There's 160,000 seats there, okay? And Virginia Tech is, how big is their stadiums? Like what, 50,
it's not
40,
big.
50,000 maybe 40,000 apiece. Virginia's is small, I know that for a fact. And there's no way you're going to get that many fans come and sell that place out like Tennessee and Virginia Tech did.
You would have to go LSU or Alabama or something like that to.
Not NC State, North Carolina. Hell, what you gonna say next? USC upstate.
I'm just throwing out teams.
James Fair makes a good point. He says he would like to see a bowl game.
See, there we go. Look, it don't just have to be Tennessee.
A bowl game would be genius because
now you want to go back on it. It's just got to be Tennessee.
Well, marketing value.
With my coonskin hat and my fake sunglasses and my belt.
Marketing value bowl game. Phenomenal idea. I mean, honestly, think of the money that would be made for the university, TV partners, and everybody involved.
All right. Question number 3. What sport has the best athletes?
Professional
No,
wrestling.
it's really, you're not. Oh, look, he wanted to do it because he's copying my notes again. That's
Professional.
why you have no room to talk on this subject here. You have none.
I'm the champ
whatsoever.
around here.
You're the champ of what? The only person you can beat yourself, okay? Like, heck fire. Okay, like who'd you ever beat? You ain't beat nobody.
I beat your ass
Professional
every week.
wrestling. Look, you can say all you want about football. You can say all you want about basketball, baseball. Them are great athletes. But you ask any football player who's transitions to wrestling, any basketball player that's transitions to wrestling, any of them, ask them. It's a totally different animal. Ask Logan Paul. Ask Pat McAfee. Heck, ask Lawrence Taylor. It's different from anything else. You have to be a great athlete.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, there you go. He's a Hall of Famer. You got to not only be a great athlete, you got to be able to sell and charismatic. You got to be able to get the crowd involved. You got to be able to. There's not any conditioning like it.
Hold up, you're a wrestler? I thought the only thing you could play was pickleball.
Pickleball? What the heck are you even talking about? Yes. Look, I'm not claiming to be a wrestler. You can tell what I am claiming to be. The best thing going in this business today, I am the Spank, the man, the myth, the legend.
The best thing going is Roman Reigns.
So both
It's the Spank.
So both y'all have wrestling.
I got wrestling. I said it first.
Give me a number 2 then, because we got 2 ties.
Okay,
3 ties so
fine,
far.
2, professional football. To me, them are some of the greatest athletes on the face of this earth. If you can, as a running back, if you can not only outrun some of the fastest dudes in America and some of the biggest dudes in America, take a hit, keep on hitting, and then you got the quarterback position. You got to be literally the smartest person on the field because you got to know what every single person is doing. You also have to complete that ball under so much pressure in the span of 3 seconds. Not any normal human being can do that at a high level.
Oh, it's boxing. It's boxing. Think of all the mental, like everything, all the training and everything that goes into being a boxer. Like, it takes months to do one boxing fight. And just the mentality game of going and being in that fight is just phenomenal for anybody that goes in there.
All right,
You made me lose at darts.
question number 4. Which era of WWE wrestling is the best? Was the best?
Attitude Era. There's no doubt about it. It's one of the reasons wrestling became in pop culture today. The golden era, it took wrestling to heights that it's never been before. But without the Attitude Era, it brought wrestling out of the dead, and it's not been talked about since. You had must-see television. It was water cooler talk every single day. You would have people that didn't even watch wrestling, but they knew who Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they knew who The Rock was, and they knew who DX was. Wrestling was everywhere.
So how are you saying what's the best of all time?
Just which era of WWE wrestling was the best of all time?
The best product of all time? The best product of all time, like the Attitude Era was great and all, and I would probably put it number 1. But product on the air with matches, storylines, promos, and everything would be the Ruthless Aggression Era, because there was that SmackDown 5, there was the Raw,
SmackDown 6.
There was everybody in that company at the time. You had Kurt Angle, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Edge, Christian, all of them. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Brock Lesnar. Everybody in the company at the time, just phenomenal. Matches were some of the best matches you're ever going to see. The stories were actually... And Attitude Era, the thing about the Attitude Era is it was kind of like it was hit and miss with a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, it's great stuff, but a lot of stuff was pretty bad television, if you know what I mean. It's pretty bad television.
But look, repeat the question.
Which era of WWE wrestling was the best?
Well, look, see, that you could go the personal way, or you could go with the way that there's proof. Because if you want to go personal opinion, heck, everybody's got a butthole, everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got something. But what everybody don't have is the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Ratings don't lie. Box office draw does not lie.
Well,
merchandise does not lie.
Well, if the numbers don't lie, then today's wrestling would be number 1, because
No, you can't tell me that today's wrestling has better ratings than anything.
No, I'm talking
in
about
the Attitude Era.
I'm
You know why you can't? Because ratings nowadays, television, the days of television ratings are over. It's over. Why would somebody want to sit down and watch Raw for 3 hours when they can get the gist of it in 5 minutes on all social media platforms?
That's what I'm saying. The point is today there's so many ways to get it. that people watches it so many different ways, and it's watched by more people than ever.
I can
And
promise you
and
this: if social media was around the Attitude Era, then Katie barred the door.
but it wasn't. And the fact is that that WWE nowadays is more profitable than it's ever been in the history of the company.
Well, heck yeah, like because money is better now than it's been. Okay, like you take $1,000 back in the 90s and $1,000 today, it's worth a heck of a lot more. You got Saudi Arabia money shooting out the ass up there. Okay, you got these TV rights deals that just throw away money. Like everything is more profitable now than it was back then. It ain't just wrestling. That's just how the economy works.
I've been watching wrestling for over 20 years. I haven't missed an episode.
And people in the comments were talking about WWE. We're not talking about WCW.
I've been watching wrestling for 20 years and been going shows for over 20 years. Haven't missed an episode in 20 years. And in the 20 years I've watched, the past 3 shows I've went to, I've never saw so many people packed into an arena for a wrestling show than I've been to. When I was in Thompson Bowling a couple months ago.
Have you not seen the crowds for the Attitude Era? They were sold out every night.
But they was in smaller arenas at the time.
Because arenas just wasn't as big back then. You can't blame that on them. You cannot blame that.
So you're telling me the Bulls Arena, the United Center, was not as big back then?
But they sold it out. They sold that out. They sold everything out. They sold live events out. WWE does not sell out live events. They don't. Back then, they did.
They did at Madison Square Garden like 2 weeks ago.
Because that's Madison's freaking Garden. That's not a live event. That's a spectacle. That's like the freaking Rose Bowl.
They sold out They sold out Mexico this past weekend.
All right, y'all get ready to vote. Final question.
I'm the greatest of all time. I'm just
Dear
saying right now.
God.
Who is the best Atlanta Braves pitcher of all time?
Don't ask me. I don't freaking watch baseball.
Oh, Spank.
Max Fried count?
Huh?
Max Fried count?
Whoever you want to pick.
I don't know any pitcher. I don't watch baseball.
Spank.
And you know this. He knows this, everybody.
You said you was a Braves fan.
Just because I'll watch them whenever I ain't got nothing else to do.
You said you don't watch them.
I don't.
You just said you did.
I do whenever there ain't nothing else to do, and I better watch it.
Have you ever swung a baseball bat before?
Actually, I did when I was like an 8-year-old kid. That's about it.
So you ain't giving me the
Fine,
best.
Greg Maddox. Go on. Greg Maddox. There. That's the only one I can remember.
That's a good one. That is a very that's my favorite Atlanta Braves pitcher of all time.
But sorry, everybody. I just don't. To me, and here's my hot take: professional sports just doesn't. I rather watch college all day long than professional.
All right, let me know in the comments who you all got as the winner.
I love y'all. I love y'all all day.
Now quit kissing their butt. My Lord.
I love my fans.
My Lord.
You should love your fans more and maybe you win this belt one day.
I love my people, okay? You're like,
Obviously
I'm
not.
1/3 of the biggest act that Morgan County Wrestling's ever seen. Like, my God.
All right, we've got a vote for Corbin.
That's home cooking right there.
We've
My
got-
Lord. That's home cooking if I've ever
Thank you,
seen
whoever
it.
voted for me. Thank you. I
That's
appreciate
home
you.
cooking.
Hey, if you vote for me, I'll get naked at your wedding.
Oh, my God.
I'll
Yeah,
get naked at
yeah.
your wedding if you vote for
won't
me.
you
We
say
got a
that
vote for Spank.
You don't want him naked at the wedding.
one? No, they don't. They want me one after. They want me after.
So do y'all like? Usually we do.
Look on the YouTube. Anyone voting on YouTube right there?
I'm looking at all of it. We usually we'll I like send them the questions in advance.
Look, another one for me.
This time we didn't. Yeah, I've already got that one.
I ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm the champ over here. Thank you, Toy. Thank you, Travis, sponsoring this podcast. over
Spank
here.
just got another one.
Don't vote for him. Don't do that.
James Fair said he's going with Spank out of sympathy.
Look, your wife says she's changed her vote. She don't want Corbin naked.
Oh, so are you changing, Megan?
She said it.
Bob says he weighs 333 pounds. That accounts for 333 votes for Spanky.
That's right. Amen.
All right, so Spank's got 2, Corbin's got 1. How about we hit a commercial and then we'll come back. Let us know, because I think there's a little delay in the YouTube. So let us know in the comments. We'll be right back. Get another vote for Spanky.
Keep it rolling.
We're gonna have the jersey countdown. We're gonna hit some commercials. Let us know in the comments who won, in your opinion. We'll be right back. Stick with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man here, the Spank. Like myself, D&M Fencing are the best in the business today. They can install wood, chain link, vinyl, picket, composed metal, barbed wire, heck, bring them bamboo sticks, and they can install them things for you too. D&M Fencing, do it right the first time. Their numbers are 865-435-4515 or 865-387-1026. Give my friend Ted a call today. That's D&M Fencing.
Hey y'all, it's the Vol Daddy. We're doing a huge giveaway for the season opener in Nashville versus Virginia. A pair of tickets, 4 rows off the field. All you have to do is join up for the volunteer club. You should already be a member, but here's your chance to join and win some tickets at the same time. The higher membership you get, the more entries you're going to get to win the tickets. Refer a friend, I'll double your chances to win. We will do the giveaway live on our show. Remember, you have to use my link. Screenshot that QR code or get on my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, whatever. Join today. Go Vols. All right, and we're back. Next, we've got the jersey countdown. So, are you all wanting to give it a minute on the
No,
votes?
I say let's do it now. Come on. The people have spoke.
The people is thinking at the moment. The people are very intelligent people.
Oh my God! Here we go again.
Everybody watching this podcast is very, very. The women is very beautiful.
He's got a tight grip on that belt over
I'll
there.
tell you
Because he knows he's about to say goodbye to it, baby.
To all you,
Bye, 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 bye. Yeah.
to all the beautiful women out there.
Oh dear
vote
God!
for
Don't
me.
say that. You'll get him. Oh Lord.
All right, so hit jersey countdown and get the tallies as we go, or do you think
I
tallies
say
are
as
over?
soon as we get done with this jersey countdown, let's name the Spank the Man.
All right, y'all can still vote. Jersey countdown presented by D&M Fence Company. We are well under 100 days till Tennessee football. We are at 40 days today. We're going to go on past 40 because we usually do this on Wednesdays. Let's count down our favorite players from number 44 to number 38. Starting with you, Spanky. Who do you got at number
44. That's me. I got the one and only Princeton Fant,
You
baby.
just voted for yourself.
What?
You just voted for yourself on here.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
He has to vote for himself to get some votes.
What are you talking about? I'm winning right now.
44. Who you got?
Princeton Fant, baby.
I didn't know he wore 44.
He actually did for a season.
Oh,
He
okay.
actually did. See?
That's a good
goal.
one then.
I got
44.
I got Jacob Johnson. He was a tight end. He's a 4-star come in to Tennessee, but he's in the NFL currently.
I'm going to go Bobby Majors, played from 1969 to 1971. Halfback, defensive back, punter. Set school records for punt returns. He averaged 30 yards per punt return. That's crazy. 10 interceptions in 1970. All-American, just an amazing talent. Bobby Majors, 44. Who do you have at 43, Spanky?
43, I got Jared Gentry. Number 43.
I got Tom Hutton. He was a walk-on from 1992 to 1994. He started every game as a punter, and he went on to play 5 years in the NFL. We had 42.4 yards per kick, per punt, and 77 yards inside the 20.
I'm going to go Malin Faircloth, tailback / quarterback, 1963 to 1961 to 1963. Threw for 1,230 yards, 13 touchdowns, which was a lot back then. Rushed for 1,503 yards, 10 touchdowns. Wild times back then, man. He kicked, he returned punts, he punted. He also had 5 interceptions on defense in 1962. Number 42, Spanky.
At 42, kicker, Brent Siamalaga. I'm sorry.
Roll with it.
Yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
What'd he do?
He was a kicker for the University of Tennessee, pal.
Samag-
One of the top kickers, actually. What's his name? What is it? I'm terrible.
I just said it now. I can't say it since you put me on the spot.
Okay, sorry.
Smoglio.
Samaglia, yeah.
I got Charles Mayer. He was a quarterback and a blocking back, both, from 1949, 1951, and he was on the 1951 national championship team as a quarterback.
I'm going to go Bob Suffrage, 1938 to 1940. 2-time national champion, 3-time SEC champion, 3-time All-American, 30-0 record in his career. 1939 defense did not allow a single point that season. That's crazy. Number 41, Spanky.
41, I got Elliott Berry, one of the Berry twins.
That's who I had.
Okay,
Was Elliott Berry.
that's a good one.
He had he had 9 tackles against Alabama.
I'm going to go Tyree Weathersby, freshman defensive lineman, 6'5", 260, 4-star prospect, top 15 defensive lineman in the 2023 class. Tyree Weathersby. Number 40, Spanky.
I got number 40. I got punter Dustin Colquitt.
I got linebacker Austin Johnson. Wait, what'd he do?
When do you wear 40, like early on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was early on.
Anyway, I got linebacker Austin Johnson, 2008, 2011. Some impressive Tennessee stats, some impressive ones. Led the Vols in 2011 with 81 tackles. Tremendous career in Tennessee. 4 interceptions, 4th most in the SEC for some category. I don't know.
I'm going Bill Bates, number 40. Played 1980, 1982, defensive back. All SEC, 43 games, 255 tackles. A star with the Dallas Cowboys. Won 3 Super Bowls. Pro Bowler.
I think number 39, this last name is synonymous with Tennessee. I got West Schuler.
Who you got, 39?
Kendall Vickers, defensive tackle. He's actually in the NFL right now with the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's done really good for himself.
I didn't know he was still playing. I remember him when he was in Tennessee, but I did not know he was still in the NFL.
Yeah, he's done really good for us. I'm going to go Ryan Carl. Played 2005, 2007, 170 tackles, 14 and a half tackles for loss, 12 pass breakups in his career at linebacker, SEC Academic Honor Roll, led the Vols to SEC Championship game in 2007. We've not been there since. Number 38.
38. Actually, I gotta go look. I thought we were just going to 39. My bad, everybody. My bad, everybody.
We remind him, and he's still.
Look, the paper thing. My bad.
All right.
He gives you a paper with the number on it.
Sorry, it was the way the paper was, pal. I'm sorry.
Vote for me. I'm the greatest of all time.
No, yeah, I think it's a little too late, buddy.
All right. Number 38. Who you have, Corbin?
I got John Michaels. He was a guard for Tennessee.
I'm going to go Shandavian Bradley, another true freshman, 6'5", 221 pounds, defensive lineman, 4-star edge rusher, one of the top edge rushers in the country. Excited to see him get some playing time this year. That was our Jersey Countdown presented by D&M Fence Company. Thank you, Ted McKinney. We'll be right back.
When we come back, we're going to crown the new dual Vols Deep champion.
We will do that, and we've got our fun game, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. Bob Bozeman says, so glad Spank is teaching at Cofield. Hope my grandkids get to Spank.
Booyah! Thank you, man.
Says Spank. Coach Spank is awesome.
There we go.
All right, stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, it's the Vol Daddy. The C&D Tire Pros are your go-to experts for nearly all of your vehicle needs. Located in the heart of Oak Ridge at 164 Fairbanks Road. They've got a 4.8 out of 5-star rating, and that's very hard to do in the tire business. Tire installation, wheel alignment, wheel balancing, tire rotation, tire repair, brake changes, oil changes. Hell, they'll even paint your back porch. I've known Zach since he was in diapers. We went to church together. We went to school together. We played football together. And he's been changing tires since he's been in diapers. Give them a call today, 865-483-7455. Like them on Facebook. That's C&D Tire, 865-483-7455. Are you looking for a place to tailgate this season? Look no further than the Volunteer Club. Free food, free drinks, free games, and an open bar. Yes, I said open bar. Also, you're going to get things like watch parties, shirts, decals, koozies, exclusive video content, special events, meet and greets, etc. You absolutely cannot beat the Volunteer Club. For as little as $5, you can join today. Click on my QR code, screenshot my QR code, or message me for a direct link and come tailgate with the best of the best. Go Vols.
All right, and we're back. Next, we've got, I guess we need to crown the champ.
That's
The
right.
new champ. We left it up to the people, and they failed you.
Go
Corbin.
ahead. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Oh, James Fair says he's changing his winner to Corbin. The Jersey picks Corbin spanked.
Hold up.
Okay, so what is
He
that?
spanked the spank. For getting number 38. Come on, man.
Sorry. He needed 3 to tie.
Anybody else want to change their picks?
No, give it here.
Any of the pretty women out there want to change their picks?
I think
Any of the men want to
it's
change their
time,
picks?
everybody. It's time. The champ is here. Look at it. Look at it, baby. It's beautiful. Mwah, and it's all mine. Look at that. Woo!
It's all right. I love all my people. I know they're going to have my back next week. I'll beat that ace.
You know, maybe I might have to just walk out of Cofield with this beautiful old thing.
I'm still the longest reigning champ they are.
It was a long
70
Well, guess
days.
what? It don't matter how long you had it. It matters who's got it now.
He's a transitional champ. He'll have it for like 6 days, 7 days, and he'll get back here. I have it back over here. I already know that.
Oh yeah, feels good.
All right. Next, we've got Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or other, presented by C&D Tire in Oak Ridge. We're gonna pick 5. I'm gonna pick 5 crazy stories on the headline, and then Corbin and Spank are gonna guess which state that happened in and explain why they think it happened in that state. Number 1, a man calls 911 to report himself driving drunk.
That's going to be Alabama.
That's other.
Winter Haven, Florida.
It's always them Florida men.
Authorities sharing details of a irregular phone call of a man who reported himself drunk driving. Polk County Sheriff's officials said the dispatcher kept him talking while officers were directed to the scene. When the dispatcher asked Michael Lester where he was, he said, "I'm too drunk. I don't know where I'm at."
I'm too drunk.
And when she asked what he'd been doing all night, he said, "I don't know. Driving around. Trying to get pulled over, actually. I'm driving on the wrong side of the road," he later said. The operator repeatedly urged him to park his truck and wait for officers to find him. Unfortunately, he chose the wrong spot. "Look, I'm parked in the middle of the road," he said. Sirens could be heard in the background. Deputies later admitted that he's been drinking beers, swallowing methamphetamine. He also said he's barely slept for several days.
Methamphetamine.
What an idiot.
Typical Florida.
Florida man.
Florida man. Yeah, Florida man. Second story. Man dances on police vehicle to ward off the vampires.
That's gonna be other. That's some like north stuff right there. That stuff happens up north.
Man dances on police vehicles to ward off the vampires.
Georgia.
Cape Coral, Florida.
Oh my God! It's just gonna be Florida.
Christian Radicki told deputies he danced on SUVs because a woman with fangs warned him about vampires planning a human sacrifice. Authorities in Florida shared video of a man dancing on a marked vehicle. He blamed vampires. Christian Radicki climbed atop marked sheriff's SUV, performing a dance routine to songs including Hall & Oates' Rich Girl and Supertramp's Goodbye Stranger. He was arrested on charges of disturbing the peace and criminal mischief. He told deputies a woman with fangs came to his door and told him a human sacrifice involving vampires was imminent. Therefore, Radicki made the conscious decision to get to the sheriff of Nottingham to help him stop the slaughter of small children.
At least he had a good band in there, Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough stuff there, man. It's got to be some.
Always in Florida people.
Always the Floridas. Don't you feel good not to be associated with them anymore?
Yes. Because I'm a champion now. I'm a champion.
Question number 3.
Hey, look, I'm Spanky Two Belts now. Ain't that right?
You're never going to hear the end of this, Corbin. Woman tries to shoplift shoes by having 2 kids that weren't hers walk outside wearing them.
That is Georgia. That has happened in the state of Georgia. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
That's Alabama. Them chicks down there get kind of freaky.
Because the welfare.
Athens, Georgia.
Boom, and hey, that's double points right there. Because glory, glory, hallelujah.
Athens woman who tried to shoplift shoes from a Kohl's by having 2 children walk out of the store that weren't hers wearing them. That's only the beginning of the story, though. The woman was also charged with giving a false name. She gave the same name as the kid's actual mother. The actual mother arrived at the store to pick up the kids, but get this, the mother wasn't able to take her kids because she didn't have car seats for both of them. So they were taken to the sheriff's office instead. After that, the mother was arrested for breaking in to cars in the parking lot, trying to steal car seats to go get her kids. The woman was also found later wanted for armed robbery in San Francisco.
What is up with these people? They're so different.
Just imagine that. Like, how does she even know the original kid's mom's name?
Without you.
Thank you. You're horrible at this.
I know. Look, I got ADD.
Yeah, you didn't take your medicine.
No.
Have
It's also 11 o'clock at night. It's all right.
We're gonna have to get Lindsay to start
Oh, God.
start giving him his dosage
Oh,
of.
Lord.
All right, number 4. Spilled KY lube leads to evacuation of post office.
Hey, you don't want to spill the KY jelly, brother. That's other. I believe that happened in Texas.
Alabama.
Gunnersville, Alabama.
Ah,
Post office was evacuated Tuesday after some KY intense arousal gel leaked out of a package and spread throughout the post office. Not knowing what the slippery substance was, post office officials evacuated the place and called in the hazmat teams. 2 employees felt sick after coming in contact with the gel. They were hospitalized but are now stable. Additionally, 12 to 15 other packages were contaminated with the material. The gel was addressed to someone in the entertainment industry. USPS Postal Inspector Tony Robinson said he had no idea why employees felt sick since the substance was proven to be non-toxic. However, Amazon.com reviews for the product state that gel burned to a painful degree and caused rashes.
Well, they got rashes.
They got something. That's definitely some Alabama. You got any Alabama girls on your OnlyFans, Corbin? He's having to think about it.
He's having to think. That's bad. And they're probably all his cousins.
Justin's on. He said he's coming after that belt.
The Spur. Well, guess what, Daddy? Join the line, buy a ticket, take a ride, because the Spank is never gonna die.
We had a pretty good crew on, but we're late now, Justin, so it's died down. But we did have a nice audience going.
Some man said he. Never mind.
Number 5, man gets cocky, taunts police on Snapchat before getting caught.
I feel like that's something that happens in this area, so I'm gonna say Tennessee.
You're going other, or are you going Tennessee?
That's up to you.
No, I said it, Tennessee.
Oh. Other.
Maine.
Close.
Christopher Wallace was on the run from police after stealing cooking equipment. Having successfully evaded police for weeks, he's starting to get cocky. He was posting Snapchat that he was at home hiding from the police. On seeing this, a couple of his followers told the police to search his home.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, despite the tip-off, police had no luck finding him and called the search off. That's when Christopher posted on Snapchat again where in his house that he was when the police came in. He said he was hiding in the cabinet. The police were alerted again and searched again and found pots, pans, and a pair of feet. The feet were attached to Christopher, and he was placed under arrest.
Well, if you're going to be dumb.
Bob says KY's good on...
Hey, now, hey.
Bob says KY's good on biscuits.
Well, okay. Okay.
Never tried that, Bob.
Well,
Justin says that was Spanky when he went to Kentucky.
have I ever been to Kentucky?
Yeah, you've been there. All right, well, that's it. We're gonna end it right there. New dual champion.
That's right, baby. The champ is here.
Voted on
And
by the people.
The champ is here. And look, you see what happens? You see? First show, we let the people decide, and who gets it? Who gets it? Coincidence? I think not.
You're lucky you randomly thought of Greg Maddox. That's all I've got to say.
Ha, ha, ha.
All I know is next week I come back with a vengeance over here. I'm going to come back and win that damn title belt.
We're going to get a 4th microphone. All right, well, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
Hold up.
See ya.
Don't end it yet.
What?
We got to close the show out, all of us.
We're closing the show.
We're closing the show, but tomorrow night, Morgan County Day, I'm going to be on there. We're going to be talking NASCAR. Me, Tommy Francis, Ricky Vane Jones, and all of us.
He ain't going to listen to your promo. He made you listen to all them wrestling promos, though, didn't he?
He had to buy his own title belt to be a champion in his own promotion. I don't know what to tell him. But check us out tomorrow night, Morgan County Day. Remember to like, subscribe, to follow, to share anything you see on Facebook with us. Like, just follow the page, tell everybody about us, do whatever you can.
Then August the 11th, Cofield School, baby, we present Heartbeat. Once again, we're going to have a packed house. You can buy your tickets. Message me today. Buy your tickets. Let's sell that thing out. And if we sell out of ringside seats, the walk, baby, Cofield Zone will be the master of ceremonies, everybody. So go ahead and let's get rocking and rolling.
Take that shirt off for him.
Nope. You got to come August the 11th to see it.
All right, we'll see y'all in a few days. Thank you for watching. Get Vols deep.
Vols deep.
And I got to figure out how to end this thing, bulls. That's going to be the hard part because I don't know what I'm doing.
We're still live. Hey, how's it going?